1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you do it. Say it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, you do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You do it.
9, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 7.
Okay. You do something.
1, 2, 3.
That's it?
Sure.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
Hi, America. 13,
I'll say
14,
something.
15.
Okay, you have to say it when I point at you. Go ahead.
I
Hello.
love to say sisters.
Okay.
Good.
Donna.
And we love everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nancy.
What am I doing?
There you go.
Hello, world. Glad to be in Oregon.
Woohoo! Okay. Hi, this is Mike.
And this is Fran.
And this is Mike and Fran Unrehearsed, episode 41. Hey, Mom, that's pretty good, right?
Wahoo. I think.
She's not that thrilled. She's
I
kind
am.
of hard to please sometimes.
No, wahoo, wahoo. I said it twice.
Oh, that's good. Okay. I got more
now
than
you
once.
know I'm really mean
right.
it.
If you say so.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. So listen, today's special show coming at you guys from 216 The Net at 12 o'clock noon on Wednesdays is a special show because of a couple of reasons. It's our 41st show, which is awesome, and we're coming at you from Eugene, Oregon. How about that? Now, this is where Mom's from. Mom went to U of O. She's an Oregon Duck.
Now, this is God's country. Once you're an Oregonian, you're always an Oregonian.
I know a lot of people that have been through Oregon that haven't spent that much time here, but it's just a beautiful place to visit. With the trees and the fresh air and the oceans. So Donna, tell us a little bit about... So we have a number of people here from our family. We have Mom's sister, Donna. We have... Say hello, Donna.
Oh, hi. This is Donna.
And where
I'm
do you...
92.
Okay, good. And Nancy? Hello. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, Donna.
And Catherine, my cousin.
Hi, everyone.
And Warren, her
I
husband.
already spoke.
Hi.
My newlywed husband.
That's right. And Cindy.
Hi.
There you go. Fantastic. So I know, Donna, you've lived here most of your life, Eugene, Portland. What do you like about Oregon?
Well, I've just always lived here, and I have lived other places. I lived back east in Virginia for over a year, and also lived 6 months in Kansas when my husband was in the Army. And I've seen a lot of beautiful states. I've always thought the Northeast states, when the colors run, was one of the most fantastic, beautiful things you could ever see in your whole life. But they also have beautiful colors on trees here in Oregon. And that's one of the things. Oregon does have trees. And it not only has trees, it has forests of trees. And then you could just look in the state. If you stood in the middle of our state, to your right-hand side, you could go out and walk into the ocean. On the other side, it's almost like a desert. In the northeast corner, there are mountains that have been called the Alps of America. And if you go if all the time you had to do in Oregon was go from Portland down to California, you go through this beautiful valley. The whole thing is a beautiful valley that is just amazingly green, and on both sides, you look around and you can see rows of mountains on both sides.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful
Willamette
sight.
Valley.
The Willamette Valley.
Willamette Valley.
No, that's kind of where you guys
And they
grew
grow
up, right?
in various incredible
Eugene, so-
crops.
Right, right.
They have a lot of farming.
Now, when we usually come here, we usually spend some time in Eugene, spend some time in Portland. We go to the coast and do a little gambling, of course. And then we drive up Columbia River Gorge to eastern Oregon to visit where Grandma's family lived.
Up in
And it's
Eastern
sort of a
Oregon.
cemetery tour. So we go to like
In
3 or 4
LeGrand.
different cemeteries in
And
LeGrand and
Where
Joseph.
relatives have been
Sisters.
buried. And
We
people
go to the
that we
rodeos
know.
up there. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, but this year we're not going to do
And
that.
a
Baker
fantastic
City.
lake and a fantastic mountain right in the corner
Right.
of the mountain.
Now this year we're coming out here because we haven't been out in a couple of years because of COVID, and we wanted to visit Catherine and Warren in their new beautiful home, and we wanted to help Nancy move into Catherine's home and make sure that we can be here
Thank
for
you.
her and do everything that we can to help you.
Thank you.
And we're more than happy to do that. And Catherine and Warren are like 2 kids in a candy store right now because they just bought their first beautiful home together.
Big
home.
Newlyweds, right? How long you guys been married now?
4 years.
4
And we're
years?
in our mid-60s.
And we just left Silicon Valley and are discovering the beauty of Oregon.
Now you looked at a lot of different places before you chose Eugene, right?
We both lived in Los Angeles. I lived around the world because I'm a flight attendant, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, all over the world, just traveling. And Oregon I always used to come up to visit my grandparents and my mom. So I always liked the greenery of Oregon. I've always liked the friendliness. People are so friendly.
Oh yeah,
And I like where my money goes further.
that's awesome.
But what I don't like is I'm a high heel girl, pencil skirt, dressing neat. Everybody wears leggings and hoodies.
Well, you definitely stand out of the crowd around here.
And I'm a
sure.
Dodger fan, so throws everybody
You
off.
can't tell everybody that, can you? No, I don't know. That's cool.
You'll have to edit that one out then.
No, that's
Eugene,
okay.
Yay!
That's
Eugene has
okay.
great athletics. The Oregon Ducks.
Wonderful.
They have, Pac-12 championships and football and
The
basketball.
Olympic trials are going on now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The athletes are in town.
No, Mom's an Oregon Duck. Mom went to U of O.
Well, that's where we went today, was the campus, the University of
And
Oregon.
Donna
Yes,
went to U of
that's
O.
we went to
Watch
University of Oregon.
Baseball
My
game.
mom loves the college basketball
That's
team,
right.
the
Yeah.
women's team with Sabrina, who went to Kobe's funeral.
Now, you
Really
follow
good.
those guys and watch them. I know it's really fun to watch a ball game with you because you get really into it. It's
Yeah,
really
I
a
like
lot of
it.
fun.
I like it.
It's really a lot of fun.
We have minor league baseball, which we went to tonight. We have minor league
Yeah.
hockey.
So we came out here it was 5 days, 7 days, 8 days. It was 10 days. So we're out here for 10 days. We're out here from the 17th to the 28th. And I told Catherine I want to be here 2 weekends. And so far, we've done a lot of things. We'll have a little bit of downtime during the week. But I'm looking so forward to just hanging out and maybe playing a little guitar with Warren. Because
Oh, that
Warren,
would be so good.
Warren's been playing guitar since you were, what, a baby? I mean, I don't know. They threw a
Five,
guitar
I
at
said.
him.
That's right, you
Don't do the math.
both play the guitar.
Yeah.
Well, that two playing is so
No,
much better than
what was
one.
the story of when you played your first guitar? You
Well,
were
they took an ultrasound of my mother while she was pregnant. So that was the first indicator.
Yeah.
And then, birthing was kind of a problem because the guitar was bigger than the baby. But anyway,
Really?
no, I played guitar. I've been playing for over 50 years.
Now you're
Yeah,
telling
that's
me
good. That'd be good, you two
we could do
playing on
that.
there.
We could do that because I'm learning, and I could put some things together. But he could just jam. I just play a tune, and he'll just start jamming away because I know that's how you get when you're an experienced guitarist. I'm working up to that. And I could learn a lot from playing with Warren. And I hope to do that for a little bit here. But we've done so many awesome things already, right? We got here late on Thursday. Friday we went to, where did we go?
Skinner's Butte, where
Yeah.
everybody goes to make out. And
That's
and
right.
Aunt Frances says that people, what do they do? Spoon up there.
They
Tell us.
spoon.
Used an old word, yeah.
So what would be your definition
You
of
went up
spooning,
there,
Mom?
oh yeah, it was,
Go
or
to
you
the inner-
went to sort of
and it was close to
neck
the
a little
campus.
bit, or
It wasn't too
spoon
far
when
from
you
the
were in
campus.
college.
And it wasn't
Yes.
too far
No,
from the
no, you've
college.
gone up there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, I was up there in a lightning storm once when it
Oh,
was.
I bet there was some heavy spooning going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Donna,
we
have
also
you been up there?
Not to spoon, no, just to look at the beautiful.
Oh, I was careful
No,
of forking.
no,
Not spooning forking.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I
I
just
just went
went
up
up
Wait a
there.
minute, that sounds like
Yeah.
advanced spooning to
they
me.
have gorgeous plants and a beautiful view.
Gorgeous plants. Didn't you go there with a young man that asked you to the
Oh,
prom
I
or
did.
something
We
like that?
planted something.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, Nancy, have you been up there spooning?
Yeah, I have.
You have.
Yeah, we got a spooner.
What did I say?
You went up there and wished a spoon was made.
What did you ask?
You're spooning up there, and this is the result. Your daughter.
Well, I've gone up there with boyfriends.
Were you up there?
I don't know if that counts.
No.
Oh,
When I-
absolutely, it
When I
counts.
was young.
Were you there
Yeah.
with Lewis?
No, you were born in
Were you up there with
California.
Lewis?
Probably was.
Yes.
Probably was.
She's not giving you anything.
I know I went back to my home.
Oh, that's too funny. So we did that. We did that on Friday. We
Like
went
a
up there.
salmon.
We tried to embarrass Mom about that a little bit.
Beautiful drive.
And today we went up to the Mckinsey.
Okay, so we did that Friday, and it was great, and we tried to embarrass Mom a little bit about spooning. I mean, it's the place to go, and I guess it's still the place to go.
It is.
So that's pretty
More,
awesome.
we gotta go.
And then, yeah, right. And then from there, we hung out and chilled, and then Saturday the whole family came out, and we ate here. We had some awesome sandwiches and
We
all
had
kinds
like
of things.
30 people.
We had,
or
how many
so.
people do we have?
Yes.
About 30 people.
Yeah.
And we had Aunt Princess made a salad straight from our raised garden
There you
bed.
go.
So the
There you
best romaine.
Yeah, so
Beautiful.
let's talk a little bit about Catherine and Warren's place here. So they have a raised garden, and they have
Four.
so many
Six.
things.
Six?
Wait,
Wow.
6 raised gardens?
Beds.
Beds. What do I call them? Raised beds?
Beds in the
The
garden.
beds.
Now, why are they raised? So you don't have to bend over? Because I don't like bending over.
You can put soil that's highly fertilized with organic fertilizer
Without having
and
to bed the regular garden.
You can control what you want in
I
it.
see. Because it's elevated. You have control of the soil and
And it
everything.
looks nicer.
And you can water it by just standing there.
Yes.
Exactly.
And they have tomatoes as tall as I am, practically.
Already?
Oh,
Everything
their
is tall.
tomatoes
Yeah, sorry,
are
Mom.
just. And tell them about what he has that he planted.
What did he
What did you
plant?
plant?
It shocked me when he said he planted. I said, you can't
The
in
palm
Oregon.
tree.
Palm
Oh,
tree.
yeah.
Catherine gave
That's
me
right.
a gift certificate to a palm tree farm where we bought a palm
Outside
tree
of Portland.
just outside of Portland, and we planted it here, and we're going to get one more palm tree here.
Yes, we want 2 in
You
the
don't
front.
want it to be lonely.
No.
Exactly.
I didn't know you could plant palm trees in Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
I
What?
read it on Nextdoor app, and I decided I'm surprising my husband.
I'm talking to Warren, and I'm like, so Warren, I'm really looking forward to playing guitar and getting out there. We're gonna have really a lot of fun, and hopefully the weather's great. And he's like, I'm sorry, I have to go. I'm under orders to plant a palm tree for Catherine. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you, crazy? How can you even think about doing
We
that?
have a list.
It's not gonna live.
We
It's
have
not
a
like,
list.
Well, I
What
really
do
don't.
I know?
I really don't think they ever plant palm trees, say in the western part of like where our relatives live in eastern Oregon.
Well, I mean, that's
It
a
would be
specific
too
kind
cold.
of
It
palm
would be
tree,
too
right?
cold.
You don't see any
As
of
long,
those.
as long as the weather
As long
is
as it doesn't
moderate.
get below
Okay,
10
okay.
degrees.
Moderate, you
Okay.
can have a
But
palm
the
tree.
valley is more.
But it's a
moderate.
specific
It
kind that
doesn't
can
have
grow
heavy
here.
snow.
No, I haven't been to Eastern
Yeah.
Oregon for quite a while now.
Yeah.
But it would be awfully hot and
Yeah.
dry for a
Yeah,
while.
they weren't
They-
into
the
doing
palm tree
anything,
would look
no.
like this and say, "Oh my God, it's too hot and sandy."
All right. So Nancy, what was that you were saying? Let's hear Nancy.
Oh, well, I was saying when we went to Eastern Oregon, we didn't see that they had planted anything that we do down here. Yeah,
Different
so-
climate.
It's
Different climate, yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Ben.
Soil.
Different climate.
Ben
yeah.
is the high desert and nothing
Yes.
grows over there.
Yeah.
Here you have many fruit trees. You
Except
have
for lemon.
filberts. You have
Blueberries.
cherry trees, apple trees.
Everything you just mentioned there, the four, my parents had, because my dad
Right.
was a farmer, and he did lots of cherry trees.
We had 500 acres of
Yeah.
walnuts, filberts, cherries, peaches,
I
apples.
remember peaches.
Every season there
yeah.
was another thing to be doing.
Now your mom just canned those, a lot of those, right? And then you had you guys out there. And,
What's
right?
that?
What's that?
Donna
Canned-
and I
you
remember
canned all that
Saturday
fruit.
mornings. We helped Mother can.
Oh yeah.
And the thing that we
They did.
disliked the most was the corn on the cob. When you
Oh,
had to
that's
blanch
right.
the corn and then cut the kernels off, that starch
you
got
got
all
that-
over your face. You were like a criminal. You couldn't even move
Criminal?
the muscles on your
But the
face.
corn was so
You
good.
know.
Warren grew up in
West End.
Illinois, so he had
Yeah.
corn
Well,
spills.
you put
Illinois
out
is
beans.
known
So that
for
was like
corn.
starch, right? You got a
Yeah,
lot
and we
of starch.
snapped
We
the
will
beans.
That's funny.
really were.
So you can't smile
Eating a
after
lot
you do
of
that,
good,
right?
healthy
You can't
food.
smile.
Yeah, we
Well,
snapped
with
the
our
beans
parents.
and shelled
I
the
mean,
beans.
you know, that's
and-
what they had for us.
Yeah.
So do you have any pictures of you guys after you did all that? You probably look like this.
No.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't smile. You couldn't smile.
My chore.
Yeah.
All right, so you have 6 beds. What's in those beds? Do you
We
know?
have kale, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, basil.
All the K words.
All the K words. We have
Arugula,
peppers,
arugula.
arugula, spinach.
Wow.
And
Chives.
we have chives,
Red
dill,
onions.
Oh, that's a lot of
and
different
romaine,
Oh,
and
yes.
Where
4
are
They're
they?
beautifully
different
done.
types
beautifully
of
growing.
tomatoes with fruit on it already,
Mine
and one heirloom that we grew from seed that it's doing
We have
phenomenally
raspberry
well.
trees, and you planted strawberries, and you did
Oh.
pumpkins.
And I
even though
did
I didn't
blue-
want
wow.
you to do pumpkins.
I planted
Because
blueberries.
they take over.
Wow,
And we have 3 apple trees.
that sounds great.
But we don't like the apples. So Warren's going to make apple cider.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah,
Does
that'll
Warren
be
know that?
good.
He's the one who told me.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Well, that would be
Sounds
nice.
great.
And I think they're going to get a little doggy.
Yes.
So you guys are going to get a pet?
We're looking for a small size dog. So if anybody has one that they are interested in letting us know about,
Dog?
we're interested.
Warren's getting a mother-in-law to live with him, and we're getting a dog. We're going to train 2 things at once, 2 animals at once.
There you
Oh,
go.
I love having a little dog.
I know.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Nancy's
that'd be
going to take the
wonderful
dog
for you to
out?
have a sweet little
Well, I don't know
animal.
about potty training yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
That's
think
cool.
Donna had some dogs as they grew up,
All right.
Where'd you
Yeah.
get a dog?
Dogs are
Cynthia.
great.
and we
So
had a
what-
corgi.
There's
So
nothing.
let's talk about one person now. So we're getting scattered. So Donna, you had some pets
Yes.
as you grew up.
And we've
some
had
dogs,
some,
right?
We've had some really wonderful dogs, and we've had some dogs that were less than wonderful. But I will say, of all the dogs I've ever had that were wonderful, it's golden retrievers.
Oh,
They're very smart, they learn, and they seem to have more affinity with human beings than a lot of dogs do.
don't they use those kind of dogs for like,
Lovers?
for folks that are in hospitals and
Yes,
soothe their?
they're very good
What do they-
therapy
what do they
dogs.
call those dogs,
Because
Bob?
they'll be
Service
quiet
dogs.
and
Service
still.
dogs or-
They'll stand by you, be quiet and still, and look up at you and listen to
That's a
you.
wonderful dog to do that. Yeah,
Yes, a
yeah.
therapy dog.
They're not
A lot
therapy
of them are.
dog. That's it.
A lot
therapy
of them
dog.
are.
Now, would you call Gina a therapy dog? What would
Not
you say?
particularly, but we had a Welsh Pembroke corgi.
That's right.
The kind that has a tail, but it was dark.
Uh-huh.
And marvelous dog. We drove to Kalamazoo, Michigan to get her. Well, first of all, my husband grew up without pets. And
He had
his
cat. He had-
Italian
he had a
home,
cat. He had-
but never a dog.
Maybe he was with a stray
Never
cat.
a
I
dog.
don't know.
And he
Is that
had
a
to
band?
get out an encyclopedia, and it took him 2 years to figure out
What
what
kind
type
of
of dog he picked for his family. And he fell in love with the little baby corgi. So we drove all the way to Kalamazoo,
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Kalamazoo,
I
Michigan
remember it well.
to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And she ended up being in dog shows.
She did.
Trained her, and she won first prize. We became corgi people. Traveled all over with her traveling cage.
Yep.
And
That was great.
well, that was
we
a-
loved that dog.
And
We
they-
did not get another one after she passed away because she was just it to us.
So every time I see a corgi, I think of our dog Gina.
Gina Yvonne.
And every
of
once in a while, I'm
Sandyshire.
cruising around and I see somebody with a dog, and I have to pull over and try to get a photo
Yeah.
to send to you. And actually, Vicky sent us a little postcard one time of a corgi that she
Yes,
saw because
yes.
she knew that we had corgis. And then Warren and I, the other day, went to the American Legion, right?
We did.
And who did we talk to over there?
Carlos.
Carlos. So Carlos
Look.
not only has one dog, but he has 5 corgis, or he had 5 corgis, which was fantastic.
Why did he want 5?
Well, his whole family had corgis.
Well, those
And he
are-
showed me a little picture, and it's so
But
cute.
those are also the kind of dogs that the Queen Elizabeth,
Right.
she raised the corgis.
Right.
Well, we had a book from England,
And
The
she-
House
she
of Way,
had several
that her
beautiful ones.
ancestors came from.
Yeah.
And we had to joke because Queen
Yes,
Elizabeth's
but
favorite
they
was
were her kind of
was the
dogs. They had a
corgis.
lot of them.
So I do want to mention one thing about pets, because I work in the health industry, and I have a telehealth product for people, but we now have telehealth for pets. So that means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you pay $12 a month to talk to a certified veterinarian in your state at any time of the day or night, and sort of basic health questions about your pet. And they can do dogs and cats, and they're soon going to be able to do rabbits and birds.
no alligators.
At 24/7.
No alligators, though.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's like $12.99 a month.
That's
and
really
it's called
reasonable.
telehealth for pets.
That would be really reasonable for
So,
someone.
so if any guys listening are interested in that, PetMD, please send me an email to mikeandfranradio@gmail.com. Thanks so much. That's mikeandfranradio@gmail.com. Pet telehealth for $12 a month. Thank you.
That's really reasonable.
I understand that you guys are involved with some local charities here, right?
I don't know if it's charities, but we give our time because we're new here. We don't know a lot of people. So I signed this up because of the vaccine going out, I really wanted to do something. I wanted to be a part of this to help get people vaccinated. We found this Whitebird Clinic. Warren, tell us about Whitebird.
So Whitebird Clinic at whitebirdclinic.org here in Eugene, Oregon, is a compassionate care clinic that has been helping the unhoused and less advantaged people in the community for over 50 years. And they not only do health care for the less advantaged, but they also do rock medicine. They go to rock concerts and provide healthcare services at rock concerts.
To everyone who drinks too much.
And they have dental services available for people who can't afford, dental services. And they have social workers who help in times of crisis. So rather than sending police out when there's a problem, they send out social workers. And it's a program called Cahoots that's getting some notoriety
across the country.
That's fantastic.
Warren does the data import after they get their shots. I do the triage, and we're meeting great EMTs, doctors, and a lot of musicians. All these doctors are musicians part-time, and we're doing this at the old Wow Hall, which is a Woodman of the World, which has been there for 20 years, 1920, and they do concerts. And Warren and I went to a concert and saw Brittany Howard here when we were visiting my mom. And it's just fun to be in this concert area. And we do 289 shots a day. So we've been meeting a lot of people. Then we work for the American Legion.
Right.
Warren say the American
Warren
Legion,
is a vet. I used to do military airlift.
That's great.
I've been over to Vietnam, bringing back orphans all over the world as a flight attendant. And it was just great to meet people and work. And we did a $900 chicken dinner.
Wow.
And running
All by
it
yourself?
out.
Well, no, there was a big team, and we raised over $9,400 for charity.
That's
For
great.
homeless vets.
That's great.
And you didn't get to eat all day.
No, I didn't get to eat all day long, and I'm one of these girls that need to eat all the time.
Couldn't you just sneak
grazing.
behind the curtain and eat a chicken?
No,
while
we
they're
were
still
too
cooking?
busy. We were so busy.
Could have done that.
Then we bought a chicken for $10 after 11 and a half hours.
And you devoured it.
I devoured it. I just took it apart and ate it right away with my hands.
That sounds good.
I didn't want grease on my clothes. I'm one of those prissy
God
girls that
forbid.
have to wear high heels and dresses, but I ate that chicken pretty fast.
That's awesome, you guys. I love doing the little beer can chicken, but nowhere near what you guys
Yeah,
did.
your beer can chicken's
it's like-
pretty good.
it's
You
like-
got to step up your game, Mike.
I gotta
There's
do
some
like-
charity work.
I gotta
for
do
you.
like 800 of them at one time. I mean, that's a major
Don't we have
production.
we have the beer
called-
cans, don't
That's a
we?
major production.
I think
yeah.
we have the beer cans.
Yeah, we're good with that.
Well, you could probably use
now
soda
you
cans.
now you guys
one
mentioned
empty.
hey.
Yeah.
Now you guys mentioned something interesting when you talked about homeless people. There's a lot of people talk about them that way. What do you call them here?
They're called the unhoused
Okay.
because a lot of people will just have their shopping cart or they live in their car. So they're homeless, but this is their car or their shopping cart is their home. So they're unhoused.
Unhoused.
That's a new word to me.
Now, is that new in Oregon, or is that everywhere? or
That's
is
in
that
Oregon
just-
that I know of. I haven't heard it in California. Did we hear it in California?
No, but
Perhaps
we-
in Los Angeles, but not San
We
Francisco.
weren't as active in engaging with that community
But I've
as
been
we have
always
here.
been
That's
concerned
interesting.
about it. I'm so concerned about the homeless. But I'm scared because I can be a NIMBY because they are going to be putting a homeless camp. Here we bought a brand new house. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But in 2 blocks from us, we are going to be putting a homeless camp on county land
Wow.
or RVs parkings.
That
and
behind you?
And I'm a little bit nervous about that.
Oh wow!
For
Yeah.
the
I
summer.
would be too. I would be too. I mean, I think the
Our vegetables.
wow.
No.
Now,
Yeah,
is
say
it
goodbye.
Back this
Say
way,
goodbye to your
maybe it's
garden.
behind your house, back that way.
No. It's the transit center.
Oh.
I would say
Come take
I think that they seem to have more of those issues in areas that are at least warmer climate as compared to like Chicago, because it gets very cold there. And when I see a guy when I used to drive for Uber that's from San Diego and he's standing there in a windbreaker, I'm like, and it's November, and I'm like, he is not prepared for
Yeah.
what's coming.
And
Yeah.
Warren
Because it
works
gets
in
very
San
cold there.
Francisco, so
Yeah.
he works seeing homeless because he's still in San Francisco,
Yeah.
even though he lives here. And then Los Angeles, where we both live, Venice Beach is completely overrun
Oh, really?
right now. And Seattle through San Diego is having a problem.
But in Eugene, you have a lot of compassionate people who
Yeah.
have children who are
Homeless
unhoused,
themselves.
and they want
Rhonda's
to care.
son, Rhonda's
They
son.
want to care for people who are
Right.
who need these services,
Right.
and it's
good
something
thing.
that needs to be done.
It's all good. It's all
Springfield
good.
does not.
It's fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about something about Springfield.
Ah.
So there's a show called The Simpsons, and I always thought that it was created in Springfield, Illinois.
But it's Springfield.
But
Oregon.
no.
But now I hear Springfield, Oregon. Now I hear anywhere. So what is it? I mean, where
Matt's from Portland, so he likes Springfield because it's full of factories.
Is that what
Or
it is?
used to be.
And the people here in Springfield, Oregon, have built a museum to
Honor the show.
honor the
Honor
show,
the show.
and Matt Groening has said that yes, it is based on Springfield, Oregon.
But the show is really
It's based
done
on
in
what?
Burbank.
It's
Well,
based
more.
on what?
It's a cartoon about family and society issues, and it's very funny. And the creator is from Oregon.
Yeah, but from
But
what
he
I
lives
understand,
in Burbank.
from what I understand, it could be based in any city that any episode where he wants to.
Oh, that's
True. I
Is that
agree
true?
with you.
Is that true?
Though very few cities have nuclear power plants, thank goodness.
We have one here?
No, but the show does have.
Oh, no, because I
a
don't want to
nuclear
live here if they have one.
So to summarize, The Simpsons is a show that's awesome, and it's about a lot of different topics, but could be put and placed in any city that they want to put it in. Okay? Right? Even though the creator is from Oregon. I understand. All right. So I did a silly thing. I came out here and I thought I had everything prepared, everything packed, and guess what? I only brought one pair of underwear. So you probably need more than one pair of underwear for 10 days.
You
right? Right? So I have a dilemma. And it took me a couple days to figure out. I'm like, did I wear these yesterday? Well, I did. I can't wear these again. What am I doing? I need a new pair of underwear. So I threw it around with Warren. He's like, well, I got some extra ones. Or I don't know if I want to wear your underwear. And then Catherine's like, Warren has tons. Just wear what he has. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. And then I asked him about underwear, and he started going on. It's like, I don't really look at it specifically. I just grab it and wear it. And I'm like, well, I have a real specific kind of underwear that I like.
Yours were cute.
And, well, cute. I just like them because they function for me. I have tiny hips, and I have to get a very small pair so that they hold my stuff where it's supposed to be. I don't want it dragging down to my knees, okay? Let's just leave it
I
at
don't
that.
blame
Well,
you.
It's a
Everybody
personal
has to-
thing. It's
Yeah.
a personal thing. Everybody has their own idea of what
you
underwear
want for
should be.
undergarments.
Exactly.
You guys, us guys, whatever it is, it is. And I had to go and buy some. And I go out there, and I got my pair here. I'm washing them, and we got the party coming on Saturday. I'm like, I don't know.
Tell me what
Let's
Kathy
just
did.
put them out in the sun to dry. So I put them on a little folding chair, and I'm like, well, in a half hour they'll be good to go. And people started coming in, and then what happened?
And me, I am one of those people who have to have every fork in place, looking nice, napkins rolled. I went to put the tablecloth on, and there's a pair of men's underwear on the lunch table. What am I going to do?
It was on a chair, wasn't it?
It was on a chair, but it was near the lunch table.
Near the
Now, was it
And who did
outside?
she get upset at?
Well, my husband was standing there, so it's like, Warren,
What did you do?
I said,
never
Warren,
put
what
my
are these underwear doing here? We do not need underwear with company coming in our nice new house.
And I didn't know what to
It
say
was it
because
outdoors or-
Yeah, it was outdoors on a chair. I put it on the
She's
chair, on
trying
the
to
top
ask
of the
you, but it
chair.
was outdoors.
Oh my god.
And then,
So anyway.
Well, I could see.
well, I moved them way over by the rose
Yeah,
bushes. They
wow.
were moved quickly.
Yeah, I know. I found them later. They're like freeze dried against the, the curb over there, or they're in the grass. I couldn't find them. She goes, just go in there. They're hanging up, and I'm like, where are they? I only have one pair.
And they
to
were
wear.
colorful. They were nice. They were nice stripes. They really were nice, Warren.
Yeah, excellent.
Maybe you should try a pair like that.
He bought some today.
Anyway, I
Now
went in
we
there. I
solved
went
the
in.
problem.
You mean no underwear now hanging out on the bushes?
Bought it.
No bushy underwear.
Oh my! Look at the time. I guess that's it for now from Oregon. Hey, plenty more to come. Tune in next Wednesday at noon. Goodbye for now.
Buy from Fran.
See you next week.